Hello, I'm Zoe and I'm a wedding florist at Flourish and Grace, and today I'm going to show you how to make a hand-tied wedding bouquet. And the colour palette for this wedding is raspberry and blackberry colours. So I've picked lots of different shades of gorgeous red with kind of deeper plum, some lighter pinks, and then instead of going too into white and ivory for my highlighting colour, I've actually gone for more of a peach so that it doesn't contrast quite so much against the red. So I'll show you some of the gorgeous flowers that I've got. I've chosen a few different gorgeous roses. This is a garden rose called Montmartre, which is this gorgeous kind of raspberry pinky colour. I've also gone for this peachy Charmant, again another large-headed rose, and then I've tried to add in then some spray roses in different sizes just to give that variety. So this is a bit of a smaller spray rose, again in that peachy colour, and I've gone for one of my favourite spray roses, really beautiful and gorgeous scent on these as well. This is Sahara Sensation. So you can see the lovely contrast of colours between those roses. It's also really important in your bouquet to go for some other flowers that will be sort of filler flowers that will be a little bit more delicate next to the blousy roses, and just give a hint of different texture and a bit more movement with your bouquet as well. So I've gone for a few things like delphiniums, which will add a bit of extra height and are really beautiful. Alchemilla here, which is a beautiful filler and will bring out that lovely kind of almost yellowy green colour. I'm also going to pop in some astrantia, which are really pretty. I think they almost look like kind of mini firework explosions, and they'll give a bit of movement as well. For a darker colour, I've also gone for some Scabiosa, which have got a lovely bouncy movement, and they also have that gorgeous rich raspberry colour. And I'm also going to add in some berries because this is quite a kind of outdoorsy rustic wedding. So I've got some viburnum berries for a dark blue, and also some snowberries in a kind of ivory cream too. And last of all, I've also got some hellebores, which will add in another shade of green, and they've got these beautiful white bell-shaped flowers on them. I also think it's really important to have a variety of colours and textures with your foliage too, so I've gone for a few different types of eucalyptus, such as this seeded variety. I've also got Cineraria, which is your more popular eucalyptus that you see quite often. This one has a really beautiful oval-shaped leaf on it. I love that one. I've also gone for this more delicate parvifolia, which again has got a lovely movement to it. I've also got some beech, which has got a lovely kind of English countryside sort of feel to it. And I've gone for a darker leaf foliage as well, just to bring out that raspberry colour too. Just while I'm getting everything ready, one thing that you might have noticed is that I've stripped the leaves off the stems of the roses just to make them easier to use when I'm making my bouquet, because you don't want them getting in the way of where you're going to be holding the stems. And that's just part of the treatment that they go through when they first arrive with me. I'll do things like take off any leaves that aren't needed, make sure they've had a good cut and a drink of water, and then I might remove any outer petals that are their guard petals, which don't look quite as pretty. As you can see, when I'm making a bouquet, I like to have all of my flowers out in front of me so that I can see exactly what I've got and what's going to work well together. I'll also generally have a mirror in front of me too, so that as I'm making my bouquet, I can keep an eye on my progress and just imagine that I'm that bride holding that bouquet and make sure it looks beautiful from all angles. Now I'm going to start making up my bouquet. I'm making a traditional hand-tied bouquet where I'm spiralling the stems as I'm going. I'm just trying to make sure that I put some nice contrasting colours next to each other, nothing too similar next to each other, and adding in lots of different varieties of texture. Once I'm starting to feel happy with my bouquet, I will step back and try and take a look at it from all angles, just to make sure that the colours are looking really even, the texture is looking even, and see if there's anywhere I need to make any adjustments. Once my bouquet is finished, I'm going to tie it off nice and tight to make sure that it doesn't move, make sure I'm really happy with it, and then I'm going to trim off my stems. The final finishing touch is to add on some ribbon, and I'm a big fan of silk. It's really delicate, really soft, and it flows beautifully in the wind, so I like to leave it long and trailing, and I've picked 3 gorgeous colours that I think will really complement this bouquet. And there you have the finished bouquet. I think this is a really gorgeous colour palette. It's really feminine and pretty with those hints of pink, but also with those darker, richer colours. I think this would be perfect for an autumn or winter wedding.